Monday the 15th of January 2024. First reading. Reading from the first book of Samuel. Samuel said to Saul, "Stop. Let me tell you what the Lord said to me last night." Saul said, "Tell me." Samuel continued, "Small as you may be in your own eyes, are you not head of the tribes of Israel? The Lord has anointed you king over Israel. The Lord sent you on a mission and said to you, 'Go, put these sinners, the Amalekites, under the ban and make war on them until they are exterminated.' Why then did you not obey the voice of the Lord? Why did you fall on the booty and do what is displeasing to the Lord?" Saul replied to Samuel, "But I did obey the voice of the Lord. I went on the mission which the Lord gave me. I brought back Agag, king of the Amalekites. I put the Amalekites under the ban. From the booty the people took the best sheep and oxen of what was under the ban to sacrifice them to the Lord your God in Gilgal." But Samuel replied, "Is the pleasure of the Lord in holocausts and sacrifices, or in obedience to the voice of the Lord? Yes, obedience is better than sacrifice, submissiveness better than the fat of rams. Rebellion is a sin of sorcery, presumption a crime of teraphim. Since you have rejected the word of the Lord, he has rejected you as king." Responsorial Psalm. I will show God's salvation to the upright. I find no fault with your sacrifices. Your offerings are always before me. I do not ask more bullocks from your farms, nor goats from among your herds. I will show God's salvation to the upright. But how can you recite my commandments, and take my covenant on your lips, you who despise my law, and throw my words to the winds? I will show God's salvation to the upright. You do this, and should I keep silence? Do you think that I am like you? A sacrifice of thanksgiving honors me, and I will show God's salvation to the upright. I will show God's salvation to the upright. Gospel acclamation. Alleluia, alleluia. Accept God's message for what it really is, God's message and not some human thinking. Alleluia. Gospel. Reading from the book of Mark. One day when John's disciples and the Pharisees were fasting, some people came to Jesus and said to him, "Why is it that John's disciples and the disciples of the Pharisees fast, but your disciples do not?" Jesus replied, "Surely the bridegroom's attendants would never think of fasting while the bridegroom is still with them. As long as they have the bridegroom with them, they could not think of fasting. But the time will come for the bridegroom to be taken away from them, and then, on that day, they will fast. No one sews a piece of unshrunken cloth on an old cloak. If he does, the patch pulls away from it, the new from the old, and the tear gets worse. And nobody puts new wine into old wineskins. If he does, the wine will burst the skins, and the wine is lost and the skins too. No, new wine, fresh skins." Gospel of the Lord.